recording time!
Here we are, the podcast heroes, discuss Toku like never before. Legion, go Legion of Boo, go Legion of Boo, go Legion of Boo, go, 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 fly, go Legion of Boo, go Legion of Boo, go Legion of Boo, Legion of Boo!
Legion of Boom podcast. I am Ginga Irv, and I'm here with some wonderful people.
Yo, it's your boy Zeo Blue. I'm on my way home. I'm sorry for the noise.
It is Sentai 5. It's hot as hell in New York, and my pitch is sweaty.
Hey, it's everybody's favorite teacher. It's Sunglass Free. I say everybody except for the students that I actually teach. I'm pretty sure they hate me, but...
What's up, niggas? I'm Tavion Jackson.
Yo, watch the N-word, bro. Come on.
What? The N-word will be said at least 50 more times.
I am offended.
This podcast is already rated explicit.
I know. I get
word. I can say whatever I want.
Right. Pre said the podcast is rated explicit, and she's not lying. I love that E next to our episode titles. I'm like, yeah, we're real. All right, y'all. So today we're talking about superhero time. We're talking about the scans, and then we're gonna delve into some convo about the shows themselves.
All right.
You know. Let's start with Bill. That's everybody's favorite show.
Yeah,
it's my favorite.
Shut the fuck up, Hey. You don't watch Kamen Rider, bro. You don't know shit about Build. I'm tired of you fooling the timeline the past 3 days about this crap, man. It's time to fucking expose your black ass.
It's funny because Tay will be talking to the TL about Kamen Rider, and they'll really be responding to him like yo.
You're so lucky you actually know what you're talking about. You're so lucky. God.
I thought last week it was fuck Kamen Rider, Tay.
He says that every day except for this week. God.
This week I've been showing nothing but unconditional Kamen Rider love.
He changed his name on Twitter.
He's Kamen Rider Tavion Jackson. So let's get into these scans though. Let's talk about Kamen Rider Tay. Get big hype.
Ooh.
Yo.
Ooh.
So is this Genius Form?
Hell yeah, motherfucker.
And the scans, that's what got leaked like back in fucking November.
Oh yeah. I think there might be a little bit of alterations, but it's pretty much spot on from what we got.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like that he got the Build Driver emblem on his forehead now. Like
I'm not gonna lie, I actually really didn't like Genius Form at first.
Yeah, me either.
I think part of that's because I was kind of sick of the all your powers combined sort of final forms that writers really love doing ever since Decade. But this actually looks really cool. I think what really makes a difference with seeing it in a physical suit is making like the fabric / vinyl parts of the suit silver really helps to make it look cool rather than just making it all flat white.
Yeah, Lupin said I'm not really into the whole all your gimmicks into a final form, especially with like Decade and Forze Cosmic States, especially. I really didn't like those forms because like when you put it all together like that, especially on the chest, it looks so ugly. But for Build,
oh yeah, and that's why I don't like, because I hear a lot of people say that they really like Forze's Cosmic States suit, and I really don't because it looks too bulky to me. But Genius does not look bulky at all. It's one of the cleanest designs since like it's not like Hazard Trigger minimalistic,
right? But
it's still really clean.
Cosmic Forze look like a bottle of Listerine.
But Cosmic Forze has a sick ass weapon though.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, but going back.
Sword.
Oh yeah, they like pulls it down and like the sides of it.
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, but going with Genius Form again, it still keeps a very nice aesthetic, and I love how the full bottles are like unpurified almost, because you don't have like the animal or like the object symbols on them. They're all just like as if they were unpurified, which is pretty cool.
Somebody else also pointed out, I can't remember where it was now, pointed out that the way the balls are arranged, you have them arranged the same pattern as the blue and the red on the base rabbit tank suit.
Yeah,
which is a really cool detail.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I love all the
very
veins. I love all the veins and shit going through it.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, that's all I
Man,
gotta
that
say.
look like a heroin addict. All them needles coming out of his body.
I will be very, very surprised if Sento gets out of this season with his humanity functionally intact. Although I said that about XA too, and Emu winded up getting off pretty clean. So we'll see what happens.
He still looks depressed as fuck, even in
Oh, of course.
Heisei Generations Final.
Yeah. Yo, he's slick. He's like the weakest part of that movie to me. Like
Emu?
Yeah. I wasn't feeling him in that movie.
Well, I mean, like, because he's not able to transform until like the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. There's something we need to talk about.
What's that, Jay?
We need to talk about Grease's power up.
That's disrespect, man. He deserves a lot better.
AKA, we ran out of money making suits for everybody else, but we still have to give the tertiary writer a power up.
The AKA, we're not using cross Z charge no more, so put his weapon on Grease.
Cannibal Kit bash the suit.
Yeah. I wish those movie rumors were kind of true because that means Grease would have gotten a power up in the movie. But it's a shame.
He gets 2 twin breakers.
Well, what this hopefully means is that Kazumi is not going to die in the end game. So
you know what? He deserves a V cinema so he can get a fucking
fingers
power
crossed.
up.
Oh yeah, I would be very surprised if A, he does not get a V cinema, and B, he does not get a new suit in said V cinema. So.
Right. Yeah. God damn. Him and Al. At least Alan got a fucking new form in his V cinema or Spectre's V cinema.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank God.
I'm disappointed Sento's not keeping the white hair after because I thought the white hair was a part of it.
I kind of am too. I thought it was more of a consequence of him kicking up his hazard level to 6, but I guess no, it's just another way to signify.
You guys thought that it was because of the whole hazard?
Yeah, I thought it was
push-up?
because of the hazard level, not just because Evil was possessing him, but I guess not.
I completely thought it was just because Evil was possessing him.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, because it gave Ryuga nappy hair.
Yeah, it gave him that borderline Momotaro's hair.
Yeah.
Borderline. The only thing he was missing was the red streak.
Yeah, I mean it's gotta be slicked back more, but yeah, pretty much spot on.
Yeah. Also, we got what's the nigga with the glasses name? He turned into Rogue.
Yeah, he's Mad Rogue.
Yeah, he's Mad Rogue.
Yeah, what it looks like to me is that Nanba is going to get killed like within the next couple episodes, and he's going to be set up as sort of like a puppet leader in his place, serving Evil. So
yeah,
we'll see if that plays out.
At first, when that scan dropped of Utsumi with the Evil driver, I actually thought it was going to be Nanba with face swap with Utsumi for a second, but I don't think so because. It looks like Soichi just gives him the driver and like probably changes or raises his hazard level or whatever.
Yeah.
Injects him with nebula gas.
No. All right. So wait, what else we got? I'm trying to see if some more build stuff.
Black hole form.
Yes.
Yep.
Black hole form.
Suit. Build has so many good suits.
What's black hole?
You know what black hole is?
Have you seen the most recent build episode, this past week one?
I don't think
he appeared at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. That's what that's called.
That's black hole.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that actually looks like a black hole. So somebody on Japanese Twitter pointed this out the other day that the way that the suit, especially the chest piece, looks like is when you see pictures of the effects of black holes, the effect of like sort of the halo around it, that's called gravitational lensing, because the immense gravity from the black hole actually warps light that travels around it. So you get sort of like that's what looks like almost a dish or a lens shape around it. And that's what the chest piece specifically looks like, which I don't know if that was intentional, but it looks really cool.
It does look really cool.
It is really nice.
Yeah, okay, so that's what it's called. I was like, oh, it's just Evolt in a new form. I didn't know it was called Black Hole.
His phase 4.
Yeah. He's like the MCU. So I'm trying to find out if there's something else in the scans before I go on to this shiny Negro at the bottom.
Oh, the lost full bottles from the movie.
Oh,
next to Great Cross. Next to Great Cross.
Okay.
Yeah, the repainted black and gold full bottles.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, they're pretty alright. But the only new one is the spanner, aka the wrench or whatever.
The wrench, yeah.
Otherwise, the other ones are just owl.
I think the wrench one is supposed to be another version of the robot bottle that Kazumi uses. Yeah, I mean that was my guess.
I mean, it reads as spanner, so I don't know.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then if there's a translation next to it, that's my fault.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
All right, y'all. It's time to switch gears a little bit.
All right.
Let's talk about
X.
Let's talk about X.
Ultraman X.
Let's take
Mega Man X.
Hold on. Let Tay say what he's saying. Go ahead, Tay.
X is garbage.
Yo, that ass.
X is big booty.
He says big booty.
It's funky as hell. I do not like it.
It's okay, but solid gold forms always look weird. And yes, that includes Muteki, which is a bad final form, and you should feel bad for liking it.
Especially that long ass hair.
This is the thing. Patren X looks like fucking. He reminds me of Jack the Ripper, like a depiction of Jack the Ripper. And that, like you said, that all gold, it's just kind of, I don't know, it makes it look kind of bogus. Then Lupin X, he just looks like Gokai Silver with a vest on.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
He totally does look like Gokai Silver. The other thing that I'm seeing, and I can't really tell from the scans because they don't really have a good full body position of them, but it almost looks like Patren X has the longer coat and Lupin X doesn't, which is really weird. You would think that'd be swapped.
The reversal aesthetic for both teams.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. But I really don't like the changer. I think that thing looks so fucking bulky and ugly. Oh my god.
That's the big gun thing.
Yeah. The two trains, you just turn them around and shit to change forms. Okay. That looks terrible.
His changer is his Zord. I don't like that. Like, it's not like how they did it in Tokyuger or like even with the other Lupinranger and Patranger where they, where it's their collectible gimmick at the same time. Like, he doesn't have a changer where his Zords are compatible with. His changer is his Zords, and this is just like, I don't know, it's ass. I don't like it.
You're not feeling it. Which one do y'all like better? Like,
Silver. Whatever the hell, Lupin Silver.
Yeah, Lupin X.
Lupin X.
Yeah,
yo, I've seen our other fellow Tokusatsu human fans say that Patren X and Lupin X look like they could be just power ups for like.
Oh no, they're gonna be characters.
No, like
I'm saying they look like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, design wise, they definitely look like they could be power ups opposed to being actual Rangers. But like, regardless, I don't like the suits. The designs in themselves is and you know what? It's funny because I think silver should be gold and gold should be silver.
Same.
Yeah.
I think they would look so much better if they were swapped.
Maybe.
Yeah. Because why need an all gold out cop for? Like, what this nigga a pimp on the low?
I just hope his mecha suit looks fucking awesome because the toy of it looks like a hot mess.
Oh, they said they ain't posting those pictures of the Zord.
Yeah, next month.
We got a silhouette of it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Even though we already know what it looks like from the catalog.
There also ain't no actor.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah, we haven't gotten a cast announcement yet.
Because normally, what they did with Jewel of the World and what's his name?
Akira.
Soldier.
No, Akira was Tokyo 6.
No, I mean.
No, what they did with those two was after the scan, like a few days after the scans were released, they had released an article announcing the character and stuff like that. Even though the scans already, gave us a glimpse of them, but we didn't get any sort of like small glimpse of this new character at all. Like Misao, I remember he was shown in like just a little small blurb in the corner, and that was it. Then they released a full article for him.
I think we found out about Tsurugi's actor, I think through Twitter. Like they just so one of the actors like posted a pic together and he was in it or something like that. Or they were recording in the studio.
He got in trouble for that too.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
I think so. Yeah.
It was Oshi Black's voice actor.
Oh yes, it was. It was. Yeah, they were doing some voices.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I honestly think that X is just gonna be the Lupin head, but he's gonna be in disguise the whole time. He's never actual face.
I mean,
because
ain't he supposed to blackmail them, both teams?
Yeah, because Kogure, I don't know how you say his name.
Kagure,
the butler. He said in the beginning that he's hiding in shame, so obviously he's probably not gonna reveal himself.
Yeah,
he may not even talk that much. So
who knows? But you think he's probably gonna end up at uniting both teams?
Well, from the looks of it, it seems like he's based on the translations from the scans, he's kind of doing his own thing.
Oh yeah. At least in the beginning, right?
He's kind of moving. He's kind of like moving on his own, like a typical six
ranger.
But the funny thing is, like, the one thing that I found funny about the scans was, like, dude, how the fuck are you going to be teaming up with the Lupin Ranger and fighting them at the same time and doing the same thing with Pat Ranger? Like,
exactly.
You see two scans of him fighting Lupin Red and Patren 1, and then like
he's teaming up with Patren 1 destroying a monster in another scan.
Yeah. So, all right. I mean, but is he different colors in auto scans? Like, So what I think what he might do, he might like not reveal it. He might just show up to fights as Silver, and the Lupin Rangers be like, "Oh, it's our homie, the Silver guy." And then he might show up sometimes as Gold and be like, "Oh, that Gold nigga's here." They might not know it's two separate dudes.
But that's gonna be so annoying. He always has to run off or something.
Right, but think about it. The Lupin Rangers doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
And which makes sense because remember, how do you say Patren 3's name?
Tsukasa.
Tsukasa or whatever.
Yeah.
Remember, she had caught on to the Lupin Ranger being the three caterers at the the restaurant, but they kind of foiled her plan. Honestly, I think she's probably gonna peep that his visor is just
reverse.
Yeah, reversed. She's probably gonna peep something. Because she seems like the intuitive one. So
she's definitely the smartest one out of them.
Yeah, they're probably gonna figure out something.
Especially when they combine all their mecha eventually later on this summer. That's who knows how that's gonna happen. Either they're gonna know of each other's identities, or they're just because of X, he's gonna make them work together in certain situations.
We probably about to find out soon because in the scans it shows Trigger Machine 2 and 3 combined with Good Striker and the Red Dial Fighter.
Yep, it's about fucking time, man. I remember in the previous episode, Herb was like, "Yo, can they combine like that ever?" I was like, "In the toys they could, but probably in the show they might do it one day."
I'm actually looking forward to them now. I wasn't even hyped before, but now I'm looking forward to it. I'm like, how are they gonna do this? You know what I mean? Also, they got a girlfriend special coming out. I don't know what that's about.
DVD special.
So basically, with that is literally, we don't have two on it. It's just pink and yellow are gonna be teaming up with each other to take down a monster.
They take the only good Lupin Ranger and the second best Pat Ranger and stick them in a special together. So I see nothing.
No. Lupin Yellow is not the best.
She is not.
She's probably the worst.
The worst.
Well, also keep in mind, like, I haven't seen Lupin Ranger past like episode 5. So
okay. But, I was about to say, how dare you disrespect my boy Toma like that? Like, what?
Yeah, Toma's probably the best one out of all of them. Kyrie's close second.
Throwing that shit up.
Yeah. He was throwing up C's in a roll call. Lupin Blue.
No, but this girlfriend special, actually girlfriend special is pretty cool. It's just the hyper battle video that we on with the red and the
it's girls in trouble. Let's be fair.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I think it may be actually a little more interesting because the hyper battle videos normally give the red
form.
Yeah, something like a new weapon or a new form. So we may be seeing the girls actually getting something, and then with like all of the stuff that Toy is doing for girls this year, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
They're probably gonna have like other cameos from other Sentai teams. Yeah, other Sentai girls.
It's because old girl mad popular in Japan.
Right.
Tay's gonna get so hard when that new form comes. That new Ranger suit.
Yeah, I just want more Rangers. That's all.
Hey,
nothing wrong with that.
I finally caught up to Lupin versus Pat, but I'm just not that into it.
So speak of the devil.
Yes.
Let's talk about some Toku, shall we?
Sure.
Do you want to talk about? Do you want to continue with Sentai first, or start with Rider again first?
Get Sentai out of the way first.
All right.
Yeah, let's talk about Sentai. Cause that's gonna be short. Because LvP is.
Because you're the only one watching it.
Yeah, I'm not the only one watching it. Tay just said. Tay just said he was watching it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You're the only one that doesn't watch it.
Oh well.
I gotta say, I'm Team Patranger, man. I said it since the beginning, and I kind of still am with them because they got some damn good development the past month. I want to say.
Hey, Five.
What?
Fuck Patranger.
Hey, Tay. Fuck you.
I haven't been keeping up with LvP, but seeing some of the stuff from the most recent episodes developing the Patrangers, especially Keiichiro, really makes me want to get caught up with it because I liked him before, and seeing that he gets focused with his backstory and why he wanted to be a police officer and everything, that really makes me want to watch it.
I caught up on it. I caught up on it, and honestly, the Patranger are better characters than the Lupinranger as of right now. Because they have more drive. They have more drive. They have more focus because they actually have they're police officers.
Right.
These guys, they just caterers working at a bistro for a random ass butler who's probably gonna bring back their families, and they don't even know if that's true or not.
Right.
Oh, but I think the thing with this show is they've actually been doing a really good job with the focus on both teams. Like, I know in the beginning everybody was bitching that the first few episodes were about the Lupinranger, but now we get in some really decent, really strong Ranger episodes.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, do y'all agree with the other fans who are like the Lupins steal all the focus? Like for me, it's either either equal or Patren is getting the most because the Lupin's big chilling.
I would say
they got the most development early on, but I feel like it's balanced a lot. It's balanced out a lot since then.
Yeah, I'd say so
and that's
too.
one thing. What'd you say, Five?
I'd say the same thing. They got more focus in the beginning, the Lupinrangers, and now since I want to say maybe like seven or eight, maybe or somewhere around there. That's when it started to really balance the focus a lot more.
Yeah. Dog, there was 3 Patranger episodes in a row.
Yeah, that's why I said the past month or so, the Patrangers got very good focus.
And see, and that's what I don't never understand about about Sentai fans, because whenever we get a character who gets heavy focus in the beginning, they always end up falling off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't get shit later, and then it's just they built up this character just so he can just be around, you know? But what they don't realize is this is a whole cohesive team and this is only a 30-minute show.
Right.
You got to take those things into account. Like Stinger got hella focus in the beginning.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then he played mostly background after that.
He fell off hard.
He became a joke character. He had his shirt off playing guitar. He was cooning it up.
Right. He was tweaking.
Would you consider Garo the Garo focus episode the first episode of Kyuranger?
Yeah, I would consider that. A Garu focus episode. But yeah,
that is the beginning and end of his character arc.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks.
But he done pop somebody off. He got a little baby running around.
Shit. Anything else about LvP?
No, but I got plenty.
Go ahead.
I feel like it's about equal with the focus because it's focus in 2 different ways. Like the Patrangers are yo, we have that drive, like Tay said, to save the world. But the Lupinrangers are they got that determination to save their homies.
Hell yeah.
Their friends and the brothers and the girlfriend. And I like that because this recent episode, and they keep going back to this thing where they're yo, if one of us dies or falls or gets arrested or something, everybody else, don't worry about me, just keep going.
Exactly.
And I really like that dynamic.
Cause it does take something out of it though, because since it's the thing where if you win, if you get all those pieces, you can make a wish. So it's just you can just wish everybody back. So I mean,
But we
all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. All I'm gonna say is this before I go back to work. I done finally caught up on Lupin versus Pat, and even though I done been able to realize like that the episodes are really good, like there's something about it that I still cannot, that still ain't like getting me hooked. Like it was hard catching up, honestly. It took me like 2 weeks to just catch up on like 15 episodes. I don't know what it is about the show, but I don't know. Like
you're not the only one saying that. There's a lot of people actually like saying that on Twitter.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, I haven't watched it since like episode 5.
Yeah.
You know what I think it is? I think it's a lot of good character work, but it's not a lot of meat to the plot.
Yeah, probably.
I can see that.
Because what's his fucking name? Zamigo comes in one episode, we don't see him anymore.
We ain't seen that nigga in like 3 months.
Dude, that guy's essential to the plot.
Right. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, we need more plot stuff. Like, people will continuously say, oh, we need more character development. But character development doesn't mean shit if it doesn't work with the plot.
Right.
Like you can develop a character, make them the best thing ever. Like, you know, the Lupinranger story goes with the plot. The Patranger just trying to catch the Lupinranger. So you're circling back, but you're not doing anything with that because the Lupinranger and Patranger are actually teaming up with each other. At this point, they're not really the Patranger are trying to catch the Lupinranger, but they're not really like into it that much because they're also trying to take down the gangway.
Yeah.
I'll say this. Well, sorry, I've been off and on. I'm headed home, but still, I'll say this. It's a decent show, but it's not good enough for me to watch weekly. I have to let the shit stack. I have to let it like 4 episodes stack it and watch it like on a random Sunday. But it's not enough for me to just like, hey, every week Lupin versus Patranger. But that's nothing to say against the show.
Right, because the show's not bad. I don't think the show is bad. I just think like it needs. I would like to get more into the story rather than like the characters. Honestly, if it's written, you can use 1 episode to develop a character.
I was about to say, how much development do you need for a character? Because a lot of people always say, I want character development, I want character development. You don't always need multiple episodes to develop a character.
Because it's like, what do you want to add to the character?
Right.
That's the question. What do you want them to add? Like, you act like they're going to tell us about their grandparents. Right? We're not going to talk about that. About what's essential to the story.
I would say, as of right now, they developed the Lupinrangers enough as it is.
Yeah, even Yellow.
Yeah, even Yellow. Because she got that, what the fuck was that? That theme park episode?
Yep.
With Patren Sango?
And the one where she went on a date with Green.
Yeah, she got those 2 episodes, So, I mean, what more development do you need? We got Nigo's development, like why he wanted to become a police officer, because he looked
that guy.
Yeah, he looked up to Keiichiro and Tsukasa. I thought that was fucking awesome. He's like, you guys are my heroes. I was like, damn, that's pretty good. That's good stuff.
That's pretty good.
Because you don't really see that. You don't really see that often.
Yeah, on a Sentai,
like,
no.
You look up to your teammates as your own heroes.
Right.
That's awesome.
That's really cool. Tsukasa big cute, but that's besides the point.
She is pretty cute. She is.
I don't know, man. It's something about lady cops, dog.
It's ladies in uniform, bro.
Hey, is she single?
Probably.
It's Japan.
It's Japan.
I'm Jeff Holland.
Especially if she's a gravure model. Ooh, she's big single.
Oh yeah, it's over for the game.
Until she retires, then.
Yo, get her to Morphicon.
She's too busy filming, bro.
Yeah.
It's just the weekend. Get her.
She's gonna be filming till like next January, bro.
I don't give her a rat's ass. Get her to
man. So Ro, come back. My fellow.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Who's your favorite team?
Lupinrangers for me, man. I mean, I have nothing against the Patrangers. They're cool, but it's just the suits and that slick style.
That's
like you can't knock it off for me.
They do have very good fighting choreography. I'll give you that.
Oh
it's
my
very
god,
good.
and the music slaps.
Oh my goodness,
bro! The Lupinranger Henshin theme. Ooh,
yeah.
God.
I'm still trying to learn the
Casino Royale, baby.
Yeah. I'm still trying to learn the codes to their morphs. Like, I know Red's is 010, and I just learned like 5 minutes ago that Blue's is 260 because I just watched 16.
And Yellow is 116.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah. How do I know this? Because I play with my freaking VS changer all the time.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pays to get the toys, damn it.
I know. I should probably do that once in a lifetime.
Honestly, I really like the Patranger. I actually do like the Patranger vehicles a lot more than the Lupinranger.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, something about the trigger machines. It's like a fucking awesome concept.
Yeah. So good. I like this Sentai. People sleeping. I feel like it's the most underrated show to be on in a while.
Let them sleep. Because they'll realize soon later on that, like, oh, this show fucking slaps.
You know what I realized though? The hype for this show was massive. Literally,
it was
2 or 3 months after
definitely.
that. People were just like, I'm
that's what
LvP.
I wouldn't even say the premiere was crazy awesome either, but
it wasn't.
I think people are expecting a lot more from the premiere.
Well, Rose said that's what always happens though. Whenever a Sentai gets big hype, it usually like plummets down.
There was a huge amount of hype for Q Ranger too. I remember coming out.
Yep. There was.
That's how it is for me. Cause when I'm not excited for a Sentai, I end up loving it. And when I'm actually interested, it'd be like, yo, this is some big mid. Cause y'all remember the old days of Gengar where I was like, man, when a Space Sentai drops, it's gonna be over for the game.
Yep.
Well, you can't even find a Q Ranger tweet on my account unless it's me talking about ballads.
Yo, pretty much.
I was like, yo, this isn't really what I want. It's not bad. It's not a bad show, but it's not what I wanted.
I want my goddamn ancient Egyptian Sentai, man.
I'm interested in that. Like, I
really want it so badly because I would literally, if I was given the chance to make that, I would have an evil team easily as like the monster generals to replace the monster generals easily.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
that's
you can have
kind of cool.
More action to it.
Yeah.
More conflict.
It's kind of like what Kamen Rider does, where it's like you notice Kamen Rider is mostly Rider versus Rider fights.
Yeah, it's always been that for like a while, actually.
Yeah, it's been that for a while.
Like what? I miss monsters, man.
But at least for
you and me both. Like pretty much all the issues I have with Build's pacing could have been solved if they like stuck with Monster of the Week plots for like the first 15 episodes.
And hey, let's talk about Build.
Yeah, let's talk about Build.
Hey, that's a good segue. Let's talk about How about that?
No, go ahead and say what you guys were saying.
Bring back the goddamn Smash.
Yeah, I forgot what they were called until you just said.
There's only like 10 of them. That was it. And we never saw them again.
As much as I love Build and I talk about it every single week and everything, I really do love this show. I think it's really awesome, and it's definitely going to be in my top 5 when it ends. But just man, so many problems they have with making evil the only villain could have been solved if they just like were fighting Smash for longer in the first half of the show.
Yeah,
I agree. I think they like, it's because like it's so like fast paced the story, so they just kept like throwing shit at you every single week. Yeah,
there's no time.
But I do like that, and I do prefer that instead of the constant 2-parters. I can't do the 2-parters.
It's not even constant 2-parters. It's just like everything is part of the same plot.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this the last time Build came up, but it's sort of like when we talk about Gaim, people don't have favorite episodes of Gaim. They have favorite scenes of Gaim, but because everything sort of flows together so tightly, it's tough to pick a favorite episode.
Yeah.
And I sort of same with Build, and like I talk about Build almost every single week. I took like a month off because of real life stuff, but I talk about Build almost every single week with articles. And so even I have trouble remembering what happened in specific episodes. Like I remember when stuff happened, but I don't remember, was that episode 5 or episode 8 or something? Because
it's just whole
it all just ties together so well, which is a plus.
Yeah.
But it also means that there is no downtime in this show whatsoever.
Oh,
it's
definitely not. I think the only downtime they got was Heisei Finals Generations, and that was a lot of shit going on. That was a lot of shit going on there too. But
you're on a constantly moving train.
Yeah,
known as Kamen Rider Build.
A little break from the plot.
But even that, it's like a rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was ready to. I'm not gonna lie, yo. Like I dropped Build for like a little while.
Understandable.
Not like oh I'm done with this show, but like I was like yo I gotta take a break because I'm about to heave. We're going too fast.
It is pretty ridiculous.
But do you guys like the 2-parters that used to happen throughout Rider?
It depends on how they were done.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you can do good 2-parters and then you can do bad 2-parters. Because like if it feels like they're stretching it out just for the sake of having it stretch into 2 parts, then that's really noticeable. But I mean, episodic plots in general are really, really well done. If it allows the characters to interact with either other characters or with each other or with new threats or situations in interesting ways. If it does that, then I don't care if it's a self-contained plot or if it doesn't directly advance like the main mysteries of the show. If it allows the characters to interact in interesting ways or to develop parts of their characterization. Like you guys were just talking about how many characters or how many episodes you need to build characterization. And you have opportunities to do it all the time. It's just a matter of how the show takes advantage of it.
Let's talk about the writers. Who's your guys' favorite writers of the...
Cosme.
Oh my God.
Potato Farmer. I love him.
I'm still the
Banjo motherfucking Ryuga.
Yeah.
Honestly, there is no wrong answer for this because they're all really good characters.
Yeah, even fucking Gentoku, man. I'll say
Beardo.
I said like way back when that if they try to redeem Gentoku, I was going to be really mad, and then
me too. I said that too.
They proved me wrong.
When he had his
wrong, it actually is really good.
When they revealed his true intentions for getting Pandora's box, I'm like, really? That was it, man? Because you wanted your dad to have the country?
Yeah.
All right.
Ryuga. Like I always like Ryuga, but he's skyrocketed up there 5.
Oh, absolutely.
When he beat the hazard level back into himself after Evolt took it from him, I was like, this dude, big raw.
He's always been my favorite since like day one because I always liked his actor in Amazons, even though he didn't really like play a huge part in it until like the end, really, when he fought Jin briefly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I could see this guy in like an actual like regular Rider series, or even like as like some kind of like hot-headed Sentai character, and then boom. The end of the summer he gets announced for Build. I was like, yeah, he's gonna be a good character. I know it.
He was.
Yeah.
They did a good job bringing him back.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just wasn't expecting it so soon either. I was like, maybe in a year or 2 from now, but right after Amazons, man, right there.
It's like he literally didn't even get to change his clothes. He was like, "Yo, I'm going to be on Build now."
Yeah, he's almost just as hyper. He's like just as hyper as his Amazon's character. I think his Amazon's character was a little laxed compared to Ryuga.
He's a loud, chuny fucking. I love him.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
But yeah, that's pretty much my favorite.
So, Evolt is I like. How many backup plans does this nigga have? Like every time they foil one.
You didn't watch this week's episode where he actually runs out of backup plans and he's like, well, fuck it. Guess I'm just going to put the black hole trigger in front of this cake and hope it holds it off.
Oh, so he didn't plan that.
No. Oh, no, he did not plan the ending.
Okay, I did see that.
He just got lucky that it fucking worked that time.
He didn't plan for Sento's plan to fail last episode.
He was big. He was big mad that shit failed. He was so angry.
Because Sento was planning on killing him just straight up there, and he didn't see that it's coming. The fact that he survived was unexpected on all accounts.
Right.
And then the final like triple rider kick that he tanked at the end of this week's episode was not intended. He did not plan for that.
He was praying. He was like,
that's when he used it to his advantage.
Yeah.
To unlock the black hole.
Funny too. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. Well, I was gonna say I'm torn because it was cool that he turned into black hole in that moment, but I hate that he ruined Yuga's moment of like, yo, like I said earlier, I'm a common rider again. It's like, yeah, I'm black hole now, so who cares if you're back to being?
And that's really the main problem with Build's pacing over the last, I guess, few months, for lack of a better time frame. Is that every time the heroes pull out some ridiculous victory or some huge achievement, Evil immediately powers up, and then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like back when they were doing the second round of the tournament arc against Sato, when they're like, yeah, we finally got all this power together and found the strength deep inside ourselves to beat these bad guys. And Sato's like, just kidding, we're going to invade you guys anyway. You can't do anything to stop us.
Right.
Like, that's been going on for months.
The rug is always snatched from beneath them every time.
Yeah. Damn. Should we spoil her on the end of this episode?
I think we already did.
I already saw it.
No, what happens? Oh, you already saw it?
Yeah.
Oh. So Katsuragi comes back. At least his memories come back into Sento.
Yeah.
Well, technically it's his body, right?
Yeah, it's his body. They just changed his face to look like
Yeah, so his memories finally come back this time.
He's like, what? He's like, I'm not ugly anymore.
Who the hell's Sento?
It kind of makes sense because after being possessed by evil, like Ryuga lost his hazard level.
Yeah.
And so everything that came with the hazard level with Sento, which was basically his whole identity.
Yeah.
Because that's
like a whole
that's when that started being built. Yeah. So
I thought, originally what I thought.
The same way it did with Ryuga.
You know what I originally thought? When
Yeah.
I thought at first, like when they fucked up Evolt at the end of the episode, I thought like Evolt was just like really pissed off that he's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna erase Sento's identity. Like he said over the phone when he was calling Ryuga.
Oh no, he didn't want to do that until after he defeated the Riders though, because he wanted Sento to be able to see the Riders be defeated.
Okay. Yeah.
So he wasn't planning on doing that until afterwards.
Okay.
And then it happened anyway.
See, at that point I thought he was just like, you know what, screw this. That's what I thought.
I would have put past him.
Yeah.
Something I noticed when I was going back through some of my other arcs, I do this sometimes just to like re-edit them if I catch new mistakes or something, or just to see what I thought about shows in the early time. And back for like episode 6, there's a line where Sento is literally talking about Ryuga and he says, wow, Ryuga's really gaining power quickly. This could be a real big problem. And now that Katsuragi's back, I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yep.
This is exactly what Katsuragi would have thought.
Yeah, it's the little hints were always there, especially when they met Katsuragi's mother. And he ate that whatever the fuck he ate.
Oh no!
And she was like, Katsuragi was the only one who liked that. I was like, oh,
that's
Katsuragi.
Less of a hint and more like explicitly telling the audience that he's Katsuragi. But this is something. It's a line that works in context, and you don't realize that there's something else behind it until you go back and rewatch it. And then that scene also has, at that time, Bloodstock literally laying out his motivation in that I want these guys to become stronger.
Oh yeah, he's been saying that. Since the beginning, I was like, now you know why he wanted them to be stronger.
Yeah.
See, I'm dumb because I didn't even realize. Like, I realized he was Katsuragi, but not because of the egg scene. I realized it when he made Ryuga a build driver out of nowhere, and like it said earlier that only Katsuragi knew how to build the build driver. And I was like, oh, well, he built Ryuga another one. So clearly, this guy's Katsuragi.
Yeah.
That's how I figured it out. But
Yo,
it's my bad. Is my boy with the glasses coming back, Soichi?
He gets possessed next episode.
Yeah, he got. Oh no, I don't think that he gets repossessed because currently he's chilling out in a coma in a hospital bed. So either Evil pulls his teleportation act and reclaims his body, which is definitely possible. Or I think maybe now that he's in his quote completed form with Black Hole, I think it might also be that he doesn't need to, that he doesn't need to possess anybody more and just chooses to take that appearance.
Hey.
That's what I'm leaning towards the latter right now, mainly because I want Soichi to be like an actual character.
Right.
That'd be really interesting.
Because is that personality his personality, like the one he's like the goofy dude in the cafe?
No. Well, I would be surprised if that wasn't at least partially him, with like Evil trying to pass himself off as that. Right. But I mean, they described what he was like before he came back from Mars, and they were saying, oh, he has like a really strong sense of justice and really cares about this. So I think the act that he put on in the earlier part of the show is actually what Soichi acts like.
The whole chow, all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Being
a giant dork.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The freaking Evolt driver says ciao.
I know. Maybe Evolt did say, he's like, man, I'm starting to actually like kind of like Earth or the humans or whatever.
Well, like, and all the bottles, and we know now all the bottles are patterned off of Soichi's like memories of Earth.
Yeah.
So I'd be surprised if the build driver in part wasn't also based off of that or had some part of it.
Hey. That's pretty dope.
That is dope.
Hey, that's about it, man. Like, y'all got anything else to say?
Nah.
I can't believe we're almost to the end of Build.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh my god.
I was thinking about that for both shows.
Yeah.
In some ways, for Build, it feels like this has been going on first, and at the same time, it's like, didn't that just start?
I still feel like Build just started like yesterday.
It's almost June.
Like she said, it feels like years because when she said earlier she talked about the tournament arc, and I was like, yo, that was mad long ago.
That was like in January or February almost.
I was like, that was this show, right? Yeah.
I still remember when like Ryuga just became cross.
Yeah, I posted on the timeline a couple days ago. Remember when we felt sorry for Utsumi?
Yeah, right? Yeah, because they made us feel bad for him in the episode where he got shot by Gentoku. And he comes back more of an asshole.
Hey boy, payback.
God. I thought he was just gonna be an asshole to Gentoku, but he's just an asshole in general.
I really think that Evil or Nanba did something like brainwashing wise when they recovered him, because he did not act like that at all.
He was probably injected with some nebula gas when he was unconscious.
Yeah, that's what I would guess.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, guys?
Anything else, Ro?
That's a negative.
In case you're wondering why we're not talking about Ultraman RB, because the only thing we've got is cast announcements. Official handoff is June 23rd, so we'll probably talk about it sometime before it begins in July.
It's just pictures. The scans are just pictures of Ultraman R&B slapping kaijus in the face. That's all.
Speaking of which, I need to buy some Night Raiders vehicles from Nexus. I need to get them.
Oh, I was gonna say, yo, you scared me. I thought the Night Raiders was coming back in R&B. I was gonna say, what?
Well, I wish. Oh my god!
Surprise! R&B is
I'd be hella hyped.
We finally get to see a suit for Dark Lucifer.
And it will work too, because Nexus does the thing where he flips. He turns red and blue. Yo.
Well, like every Ultraman does.
No, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it, please.
It's just these two Ultraman are completely separate. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, because it was like when it was Jun, it was the red guy, and when it was the other dude, it was Ren.
Yeah.
Ren, it was blue. Yeah, whatever. On that note, because I embarrassed myself. On that note, Legion out. The show's over. I'm getting mad now.
Go home.
You made me look stupid on the air.
Blame Tiga. That's the reason why everybody has to do it now.
Yeah.
And on that note, Legion out for real.